Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, viewers of all ages, welcome to the Everything and Nothing Show. I'm one of your hosts with the mostest, Clayton Kisco, and I'm accompanied by the rest of the Maelstrom gamers, featuring the bad boy himself, Cop Show's #1 fan, Steve Landis.
And cue the music.
You guys like my turtle dance here?
Yeah, that's a good turtle dance. I was just kind of shifting from side to
Turtle,
side.
yeah, I was just being a normal human, but you know, you're a fucking turtle.
Thanks for showing up today, Steve. How you doing?
Good. Great.
Good. Next up, we got the Tower, Alan Tollner.
What's going on?
He's playing some Varus a little earlier. Nice, man.
He's like, yes.
And I'm going to try this new intro for Rocket. Let's see if I can't screw it up. Here we go. Okay. Too hot to melt and too cool to freeze. The heartthrob.
Are you kidding?
And here I am. I like the intro, man. Let's start it off like that forever.
Too hot to melt, too cool to freeze. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I know for that to be said.
For those of you guys who don't know, we're a group of friends. Every week we hop on a Skype. We're all from all different parts of North America, from all different walks of life. We each bring a topic for our discussion. Most importantly, for your entertainment. Each topic is a separate video on YouTube, Monday through Friday, and then the whole episode with all the topics is released on Saturday, and you can get all of that for free. If you'd like to support us, and if you'd like to earn rewards by supporting us, you can go over to patreon.com/maelstromgamers, and you can get episodes early. You can get the MP3s early. You can get all of the. You can get a special episode just for you by just giving $1. So all of that support money goes right back into the show, and we'll improve the mics, we'll improve audio, we'll improve all different types of stuff. You'll see the Milestone page on there. You guys, if you don't have money, that's cool too. You can support us for free. You can go to our Facebook page, you can go to our Twitter page, you can follow us. I believe we're getting an Instagram page pretty soon, if that's right, bad boy. And then we're gonna get you guys can follow us there too. So yeah.
Yep.
And then we're also live streaming. So we're live streaming on YouTube and twitch.tv/the Maelstrom Gamers. And so you guys
Where you can see me play Varus.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that because there's only one Varus. But yeah, you guys can hop on there. You can see what we be doing. We be doing best. We be doing best, which is show off our mediocre gaming skills. We're not the best. We're certainly not the worst. We are entertaining.
We're pretty bad.
But we be doing, so don't you worry about that.
What we be doing. Let's have a great job today.
Yeah,
and let's have
absolutely.
a great podcast.
Have a great job, yeah.
Have a great job,
Have a
podcast.
great job, or else.
We've got dope lives, guys, and we do dope shit, okay?
Yeah. Oh,
Let's bring it back, Kanye.
Maybe that should be Rocco's opening.
Yeah.
The man who has a dope life and does dope shit. Rocco Appolino.
But lives in the woods.
But lives in the word. That's good. Awesome. All right, well, let's get started.
Yep.
My topic is going to be the first topic of the day.
Wait.
Wait.
Nope.
Okay.
I thought I had a sound.
Good. I'm glad we paused for that. All right. So
Now you can just put wah in there, like after.
Steve-O's cutting them off too.
all right.
We need something.
So my topic is Marvel versus DC. When is DC ever going to be able to catch up to Marvel in terms of medium? Right?
In this movies, or is it like anything and everything?
I'm willing to go to bat for everything just to play devil's advocate, but I'm going to say movies, TV shows, and comic books, cartoons.
Let me just bust open a little Wikipedia page. What is DC Comics? All right.
What? No. I was like, okay.
Open up a
Wikipedia.
page,
All right.
DC movies.
I'm gonna just do characters, just so I know, kind of like. I think I know more Marvel ones. Actually, I think I know more DC ones.
We got DC. Is DC the Man of Steel movie? Is that a DC movie?
Yes.
That would be
Let me
DC.
break it down. You got Marvel. You have the Avengers movies and all the subsequent movies that come before it, right? Thor, Spider-Man, blah blah blah.
So
Then
all the
you have-
Batmans though, those are DC too, then, right?
Those are DC too, right? So that I'll make this argument. Like I'm willing to go to bat to say that despite how great those movies were, I think Marvel's still ahead of the game. So yeah, you have the Batman movies, you have the Aquaman movie coming out, you had the Green Lantern movie, which is a nice little jab that I can use.
Yeah.
And then on the cartoons, you have stuff like Young Justice, which is pretty cool. But
Yeah.
then on the flip side, you have the Spider-Man cartoons and all that jazz.
Right.
Comic book wise, I guess if you guys aren't reading the comic books, you might not be able to speak to that. I could speak to that briefly, but just talking about who's making better stories and who's kind of wrong.
Okay. Well, when it comes to the cartoons, my son's watched the DC cartoons and he's watched the Spider-Man cartoons. I personally like Spider-Man better. I find it more entertaining. I find it like humorous too because he's like a serious smartass, and I don't know. I like that. When it comes to the movies, though, let me do a quick look at the Marvel movies because these DC movies are pretty legit for me at least.
Pretty much every movie out right now.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America,
that's
Thor,
true.
Iron Man, Hulk,
Avengers.
Yeah.
How would you say it's a
Ant-Man.
Disney movie?
Ant-Man. Thank you.
Gosh, look at these movies though. That's a
Deadpool?
tough one.
Deadpool?
Thor too. Thor's in there as well. Iron
Deadpool's
Man.
Marvel, but he's Fox, so I don't know if we should count it. Like,
So Spider-Man and Deadpool don't count?
I guess Spider-Man and Deadpool won't count, and then Fantastic Four wouldn't count, and then X-Men wouldn't count
Because why?
They're
Because that
Fox.
because they're Fox
gotcha.
owned or Sony owned, and so I guess that's not really that fair. I don't know how we can do that, but
Oh man, Guardians of the Galaxy is like
here's the right, and so like
one of like my
Oh,
favorite
no.
movies right now.
right, yeah, and so my
Yeah.
thing is that Marvel has just like crafted this amazing experience that I don't think we've ever had in theaters, which is this shared universe experience. And so
Yeah.
all of these movies are kind of talking to each other, and like
Mm-hmm.
they're connected in some way, and then it all makes sense at like some big climactic
Well,
movie that
they
comes out.
have been doing that more than DC has, but DC is incorporating that right now with the Batman Superman.
Right, they're
So-
trying to catch up. So
Yeah.
do you think they will ever? And if so, like, what do you think they'll do to do? Like, what do you think their tactic? Like, if I'm like Rocco, you're promoted. You're the head of DC. Let's beat Marvel. How are you gonna do
Well,
that?
I mean, I think that they're doing it smart with kind of the first steps of trying to incorporate what Marvel's already been doing, and that's just like you were saying, like opening up the universe kind of deal. Like, let's take these superheroes, and let's incorporate the stories together. DC's just starting that
Alan's
with
making
Batman.
a face.
Batman and Superman. Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy is a badass movie. That's a Marvel movie. The Avengers for me they're okay. They're nothing that's
Yeah.
like, oh, that just stands out. I love that. Captain America, same thing. That was just okay. Thor, you said, is that one to be in that category of a Marvel? Okay.
Yeah.
Thor was for me serious, and so was Iron Man. I love those movies. But Man of Steel was the fucking shit.
Yeah, you like
Okay. I love the Man of Steel because like that. I think that it was so awesome for how they delivered the story. Like I think that we don't get to see that much with the Superman because they had Superman Returns and you didn't get like wow, it's like they genetic manipulation. Like we're the forefront of like of the best kind of DNA out there, and that's why we're able to suck up the sun's radiation and create these superpowers, and we're all intelligent.
plot.
You're right. Well, I know, but I think it's awesome how they showed it though, where I don't feel like I've seen that in other Superman movies where we're out there on
I'm forgetting what you're
Kal-El's
talking about.
movie.
Okay.
I mean, planet. You don't remember? They're on the
No.
planet first. What's
Yeah.
Superman's Krypton.
Krypton,
Okay, so
yeah.
they're on Krypton, and it starts off with I'm saying Kal-El, but Superman's dad is
Jor-El.
right. Jor-El is battling the
Oh yeah, the army and the Zod, like they're
Yes,
chasing him.
Zod
Yeah.
and all that. It starts there on the planet because they've been, I guess, destroying their planet, like trying to draw energy from it. And it's about to go.
Right.
And
I see what you're saying.
they what they do is they steal all of the information that they have and put it into Superman.
Yeah. A lot of the people say that that's like their favorite part of that movie. is that opening like shot. And,
and yeah, it kind of was for me too. That opening whole thing was because it was just like
I really
never
like Man
got
of
to
Steel,
see
man.
that. Huh?
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
I really like. I know a lot of people are like that movie is terrible,
But it
and
can't
like
carry
I kinda liked it.
DC versus Marvel though. You know what I mean? It can't just.
Can Batman,
it can't be the one.
Can Batman carry all of DC versus Marvel?
Dude,
what do you think,
Batman-
Alan?
According to Clay, yeah. So
No, I never said that.
Okay.
I'm curious, Alan. What do you like? I mean, do you think the Dark Knight trilogy is enough? It's really interesting because I definitely think it is powerful, but is it enough to like be like it's better than it makes all
Okay.
the other Marvel movies?
All right.
Like this is really.
Here's what I think is kind of good and bad. All Marvel movies kind of are the same movie. They all don't really have their own unique style, like from movie to movie. Like if the second you watch a Marvel movie, I feel like it looks like a Marvel movie, no matter what. Like no director gets to really put their stamp on it. And then at the same time, I feel like a lot of DC movies all try to go super dark and gritty because it worked for the Batman now, like Man of Steel. But I feel like they get directors that have, like, other than Guardians of the Galaxy, which had a nice visual style.
Yeah.
Even though it still looked like a Marvel movie. Like Man of Steel has Zack Snyder, who's like kind of more of a style over substance, I would say, director, which is nice because then he has like a unique look on each of the movies. And same thing, I think the new Batman vs Superman is going to have that. I just don't think there's enough DC movies for people to be like, oh, that looks like really cool and that one looks really cool, because right now they're all like these dark, gritty reboot type movies.
They really are, though. Yeah, I agree with
everything is getting that tone. Now,
whereas,
so is that
whereas Marvel appeals to like in every single Marvel movie they have to appeal to every possible demographic. Like there's got to be humor, there's got to be good-looking people, there's got to be action. Like it doesn't matter.
And that to me, you've pretty much nailed what I believe is their core business strategy. Is that Marvel is the PG-13 for everyone, and DC's take, okay, if you're gonna take the family friendly route, we need to differentiate ourselves. So we're gonna take the dark and gritty route. It's absolutely worked for Dark Knight, and it probably shouldn't work for Superman, but they pulled some of it off, and we're just gonna run with this. It's gonna be a gritty fucking Aquaman, a gritty Wonder Woman, all this stuff.
See, I don't think they should just do only gritty though.
Right, I agree. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but
that's
somehow
true, because like some of their stories aren't gonna. It's not necessary for that.
It doesn't
that
translate,
darkness.
right?
Exactly.
Like,
it's not.
Why is
translating.
Aquaman like a dark gritty reboot?
I will say they made him look badass though. They have fucking
he looks cool,
Drago playing Aquaman.
Yeah.
I don't know. So DC's also got that old school like Batman movie, Batman and Robin. That was like a kick-ass movie for me when I was a kid. Batman and Robin, you remember that one with what's his name, the Freeze guy?
Wait,
when's the last time you watched that?
I mean,
no, I'm saying that was kick-ass for me as a kid. Yeah, like I was like, heck yeah, man. Think about that when you were watching that when you were a kid. Robin for me was the shit because I was like, man, he could bounce around like I would.
Chris O'Donnell.
As an adult, I would never want to be Robin. But as a kid, I was like, dude, he's pretty sweet. He's like a gymnastic, kind of a smart ass dude, but he's like kicking some ass, man. He's learning from Batman too. So I don't know. That wouldn't hold up obviously against the new Marvel movies, but still it brings some like the old school to it.
Like when I watched them, they were really cool. But like when I watch them now, I'm just like, wow, this is terrible.
You would,
so bad.
But that's the same thing with a lot of things too, though.
But I wonder if like our parents, when they took us to those movies, they thought that, they were like, God, what is my kid watching?
Yeah, poor parents.
So stupid.
Yeah, dude.
They're probably still doing that when
I'm
watching.
Oh, what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. My dad's probably just like,
oh yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot that line.
So bringing it back to Marvel vs. DC. So in talks of movies, I think DC has a shot. They're like, okay, you have to go multi-universe because the single stories, they just don't work. And even the Batman trilogy, as great as it was, I just don't think it holds to the current standard of like a awesome universe. That's not like the Batman movies ended very conclusively. Like it was like, cool, now he's kind of retired and like blah blah, and they left it a little bit open for like maybe Robin to be it. But like there's this idea that like Marvel is just gonna keep going and going and going, and these like characters live on, and like I don't see a traditional trilogy being made with like Superman, where then it's just over and he's flying out in the sunset. It's like, no, we're gonna keep going, and we're probably gonna end up recasting him in like 10 years. Like, as of now, this train is moving, and they shouldn't be thinking 3 years down the road. They got to be thinking, 10 years and just keep going.
As a business, Marvel's doing it right compared to DC, I think.
Yeah.
As a business, I'm not saying that as like the creative aspects, because I don't think that. I think, as a business, once again, they're going for that PG-13, but they're not like differentiating, like Alan was saying, between one movie and the other movie.
I want to mention in that because I did feel like things like Captain America, The Winter Soldier, that had a very that was first a spy movie, and then they put the Marvel wrapper around it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like it starts like they all have like kind of like even then. All of them sort of have like a spy element at some point, like they're always having to sneak around, and then it breaks out into some action set piece. So
But
it's
this
like,
was specifically about espionage.
yeah,
and,
that's
like,
true.
You know what I mean? Like that. Like it was the same take as like.
I need to
the,
watch it again. I've only seen it one time, so
Yeah, like because like the
Saw it
Dark
once.
Knight was amazing because it was a crime movie first, and then they put the superhero wrapper on it, and that's how I felt the approach they took with Winter Soldier, which is I believe the approach they should take for a lot of these movies, which is why I was a little bit disappointed in Ant-Man because I've seen better heist movies, but that's where they started. They're like, okay, this is a heist movie, and then we'll just make the superhero aspect around it.
Well,
I think
I
those
gotcha.
make for better movies.
I gotcha.
I like the whole fact that like Marvel makes all these separate movies and then ties them all together in one big movie like the Avengers.
Yeah.
They have all these separate background stories. Like you're saying that Wonder Woman and Aquaman are going to be in the new Dark Knight movie, the Batman movie,
Yeah,
Batman versus Superman or whatever.
yeah.
Are they just going to show up, or is it going to have any background
You
story?
see Aquaman,
that's what I'm wondering.
jump out of the water in the
Like
background.
just jumps out of the water and like,
From-
where the fuck did this guy come from?
Swims
Like
down.
someone that doesn't know anything about Aquaman or anything about like
So
Wonder Woman.
spoilers.
Sorry,
Aquaman
you
is
said-
supposed to.
Womp 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 womp. Turn it
Is that
up
a
now.
spoiler? I thought everyone knew about it.
No. I'm about to say something. That's why
Oh,
I was
okay,
like,
got you.
I
Spoilers.
believe Aquaman is like just on a screen, like in a jail, and I think Wonder Woman actually has like a legit fight scene at the end. She actually plays a pretty important role.
she was in the
Yeah.
trailer,
Yeah.
so I'm guessing
Yeah.
she's
But
important.
I'm just wondering, like, are like Marvel interprets like all that.
I get what
stuff,
you're saying,
Know where
too.
they come from. Like
Yeah.
you have a relationship with that character, and as DC like it's not going to deliver it right, and just going to throw somebody in there like to make it better. or
Just to
something like
jump into what Marvel's doing. Like,
that. Right. That's
now.
what I'm kind of
Yeah.
thinking.
They are running really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
And-
you're saying like Spider-Man, we actually get to see Spider-Man's movies kind of play. Oh, we're not gonna do that one.
Sorry,
but
we
like in
froze for a
Captain
second.
America
Well-
separately.
Audio cut out, I think.
Yeah. All right,
That's
so the whole
I was
thing cut
saying-
out. I gotta like
I was
say
saying,
it
so,
one more
like,
time.
So Steven's
Spider-Man.
point, I'm guessing what you're saying is like we can watch like Captain America separately, and then watch like Thor separately, and build our relationship with those characters, and then
Right, and then they're all in
tie
one
it
movie.
into
and you're like,
Avengers
oh, this
where
is
they're
awesome.
all together, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Avengers, they're like, dude, remember when
That's
you
where-
like stop
yeah.
whatever? He's like, yeah, well,
you're
he's
like-
back, and it's like part of the movie, right?
yeah,
That's why I
exactly.
think Marvel's doing it right. I think that DC's messing up on that right now,
Right.
currently. So
And
Where-
then, but the other thing is, so here's another DC approach. Like, if they make, like, I think we can all agree, like, the first Avengers was cool, but only because we saw all those superheroes on screen.
Yeah, yeah.
For the most part, these movies are very, very bland. To Alan's point, that, like,
Mm-hmm.
they're just so goddamn vanilla. If DC can figure out a way to make those their Justice League movies like
Oh,
really
yeah.
like cool,
Yeah.
I think that's how they get the
That would
one
be
up
really good.
over, right? Because like they'll be like, this is better than Avengers, and that's really the pinnacle of what you compare them to. So if they can nail that, they have something really, really good.
They
on
could
their
also
hands.
do something else different. Like I know that we're used to Marvel's way of releasing the information. Like we get to see their characters separately in their own videos, and then we get to see them in the Avengers later on. Now it's like they're jumping in with DC, and they're just putting them all in one, kind of right off the rip. But what may be kind of cool, and this is different, and it's not something we're used to.
Rocco, finish that thought. Yeah.
What they could do though, it would be different from what we're used to, but it could be really cool. Is that they show the characters all kind of together, and then we go tie from that story into their own individual stories. Like, there's plenty of movies we watch where it starts at the end and goes back to the beginning later, and we were like, oh, that's the fucking shit of a movie. The movie's awesome. Maybe they'll do the same thing with the DC and kind of give it a little bit of a twist. Like, you're up.
I
Maybe
agree.
they'll do it with DC. Okay, we got Wonder Woman, we got Aquaman, we got Superman, we got Batman all together, but now let's go back and show you what was happening to Aquaman before he got there. Let's show you what happened to Wonder Woman before she got there. You know, and that could be very cool too. It's a different twist on how Marvel's doing it.
I think you have to. I think
have
that's
a
another
question.
case where
Do you think all that intertwining and like multiple, like referencing this thing that happened in this other movie or whatever TV show, like, do you ever feel if you're not a super comic book enthusiast, you get kind of lost in some of that? Like they reference something that happens in like a TV show maybe you don't watch, or like there's just too much Marvel stuff to know.
I've never picked up like more than 15 comic books, honestly, and I would say that I get through the movies pretty fine. There might be stuff that goes over my head that not too much, but there might be some things that might go over my head where only a comic book, fan will know.
Right.
But I feel like, from point A to point Z, I get through the movie understanding the movie.
the
I
way
think
I
there's-
look.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Steve.
I was just gonna say I think there's gonna be a point where like they're gonna run out of actors for like fucking parts.
I know,
Like, you
dude.
got all these actors from Marvel, then you don't like have all these actors for fucking DC.
I was gonna
like-
say to Alan's point, like I feel like they do it in layers. Like they have like the what we need to make the most obvious connect,
Yeah.
and then like the staff, right? Like
Yeah.
that shit's been in so many movies. It's just like over our
Oh,
heads,
here's
right?
Nick Furio. Here's Agent Coulson. Here's
And then
what's her
and then
name
they
from How I Met Your Mother.
exactly, and then they have like like they have so many layers. Then they have like the stuff that's like connecting the movies that like is not important to the plot to understand, but like if you pick it, and it's in a dialogue in such a way that just doesn't feel important. So it's like if you're paying attention, it's kind of a nice treat. And then they have the other layer where it's like, well, we're even talking about like past movies or future movies, and it's like, oh, cool. And then there's like the fourth layer that's like some crazy like alias of a superhero that once lived in a comic book 50 years ago, and if you pick up on it, great. If you don't, it does not matter at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess I'm just a
exactly.
little pessimistic in general about it because I'm kind of getting sick of Marvel already.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel
I
you on
know that they
yeah,
have like
there's-
movies scheduled out till whatever, like 2050 or something, and I'm just like, God, I'm so sick. I'm gonna be so sick of seeing these movies like in
Yeah.
a year.
There's superhero fatigue, man.
You
for
know,
sure.
I would kind of agree with you. I was on that same point until Guardians of the Galaxy came out, and I was like, "Oh, that just refreshed me for a quick second."
Yeah.
You know, I was like,
Yeah.
'cause it was just something. It's
It was
just
different.
It was different. Yeah, exactly. It
Right?
was just different. It was like, okay,
was
cool.
nice.
We're not here on planet Earth. You know, we're out and about in the universe, and there's all you know a whole bunch of other different shit happening. I think it was cool that the other Marvels weren't giving off. They didn't have that feel. So I
And
don't
I'm gonna
know.
have to disagree with all you guys. I love all, and I
What?
hope they keep making them. I just can you hear me?
yeah,
Yeah.
well, you love what? I heard Paul.
All the Marvels. All the Marvel movies.
Oh.
Okay, all
It's like
the
the movie
Marvels.
Paul.
I was like, what?
All.
I love all the
No.
Marvels.
I hate it when they remake the same freaking one over and over again. Like there was
Spider-Man.
like 6 Hulks. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
6 Spider-Mans. What was another one that they remade? I think that's pretty much it.
You're not alone. The chick from the Emily, the girl from Harry Potter. I'm spacing on her
Hermione?
actress's name.
Emmy Watson.
Yeah, Hermione. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was her. She was like saying that she just cannot stand to see another reboot of Spider-Man, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Or it
the
was
They're gonna
Emma
get her
Thompson.
to play Mary
the
Jane.
most recent ones, the Amazing Spider-Mans, I like those ones because I feel like he was playing more to the character of like the Spider-Man from the cartoons.
Alan.
You're just gonna open up Clayton's.
Alan. No, I was gonna. I'm just proud because
Oh.
Alan worked on those movies.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh,
I worked
cool,
on the
cool.
second one.
Awesome. I'm saying I liked him because I just felt like okay,
It was a beautiful movie,
he was being a smart.
but I don't know if it was a good movie.
I didn't even see the Amazing Spider-Man 2 in theaters. So like, I've seen it now, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, like.
Even
I
working
don't
on
know.
it, I just thought it
liked
was.
it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay, I preferred that one over the other Spider-Man I was watching.
I like the new ones more than the
Exactly.
What, the
Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
If I'm gonna
ones,
compare those two, I'm gonna go with the new ones.
Yeah.
For the old
Yeah.
ones, it wasn't. That's not Spider-Man.
Yeah,
It's
There-
mostly because Kirsten Dunst or whatever,
Oh.
and what's
Snaggletooth.
Tobey Maguire. I'm just like, God, these are the most uncharismatic people in the world.
Yeah, they are. Oh, it's so bad. Okay, look, I want to hold that because I do want to talk about the Spider-Mans in a future topic, and I know if our friend Jay listens to this, that he will like just be pissed off because like I don't have to say. But that's pretty much all I got for this topic
Gotcha.
for now.